Welcome back to Hoppline, and today I'm going to show you how to stop your mast from scratching your board. Unfortunately, most of us are not living right on the spot, so we have to take our foil gear apart once we finished our session, and applying the mast to your board most of the time leaves me with some minor scratches. It's not a big issue, but with the slingshot boards, the new foil track, you can actually slide the mast in and out in the foil tracks, leaving me with scratches. So I came up with a pretty simple solution. I'm using some automotive anti-squeaking tape made from felt, and I've been using this for quite a while, more than I guess 2 years, and it's a perfect solution. So like I said, I tried a lot of materials. When you buy a Sabfoil Kraken plate, they actually have some foam rubber stickers that come with the plate, but unfortunately after a longer period of time they get squeezed together really hard, and the only thing that's left after a year and a half is some rubber sticky stuff, and it actually sticks to my board, and it left me with some stains as well. So I was looking for something else. I tried some rubber. Thick rubber would be too unstable, and at the end I found the perfect solution for me, which is automotive felt tape. It's sticky, self-adhesive. You just peel that off and it sticks. It's really thin. It's not scratching anything. It's water resistant. It's anti-squeaking, if that's a problem for you. But take a look at this Kraken plate. I've covered this one with felt tape a year ago, roughly, and it looks perfect. And like I said, I don't have any scratches on my board. So I do have another Kraken plate attached to my downwinder board, and the foamy rubber pads are still applied. So we're gonna take them off together and put on the felt tape. Taking off the old stickers is pretty straightforward. It's just, if you go slow, most of the gluey stuff will stick to the sticker. So that's the best way to do. So now I took off the little rubber sticker, and there's still some glue remaining on the Kraken plate, and I could actually leave it like it is, but if you want it to be really clean like I usually do, you can take some lighter gasoline, and that will solve the gluey stuff and make the plate or your mast really clean. So now I took off all the rubber pads, and I'm just making sure that the whole area where I'm trying to apply the felt tape is free from oil and free from fat. So I just rubbed it with some lighter gasoline. It's clean, I'm not gonna touch it again, and I actually only need to cover this area. This is where it's been CNC'd, and that's the only part actually touching the board. So that's all we need to cover for now. If you have a mast, you probably want to take or cover the whole area, but on the Kraken plate all we need to do is actually some small stripes. So I usually start by just thinking about the layout and how I want to apply the tape. So I'm probably going to put one here and another one here, and then cover the rest of it. So let's do this real quick. So this is one for here. Let's start with this one. And I'm trying to align the edge of the Kraken plate and the tape in a perfect line. Maybe move it more inwards so it's not sticking out, giving me less material I have to cut off at the end. So that's pretty easy and pretty straightforward. So let's just peel this off real quick. Put this on here. You can see there's a slightly, maybe 0.5 millimeter of a gap towards the edge of the Kraken plate, and that's pretty much it. Don't touch the tape. Never touch the tape, never touch the surface you're sticking the tape to. Alright, I'm doing exactly the same. Moving it slightly inward so I don't have to cut it on at least these two areas. To fill the gap right here, I'm actually using some scissors. It's way more easy, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be close and not overlapping. So I'm gonna cut it right here. Just see if that fits. So that's pretty good. And I just want to cover the whole area, so just make sure it's in the right position. Okay, let's do this real quick. Okay, here we go. You can, if you want, you can already push this in here, which is really easy. This is what the tape is made for, so that's just perfect because it fits and it just applies so easily, and it's really sticky. Apply some pressure to the edges so they stick nice and firm, and then just move it around. And this is a little bit more tricky part, but I think the easiest way is to get the center of the blade and then just move it really slow. Try not to cut the carbon, like I said. It's that easy. See, this is already more or less a perfect fit. Now, once you've cut off all the excess material, I usually try to apply some pressure again and push outwards with my fingers to make the little felt hairy things stick out so I can burn them with a lighter. This kind of seals the edges, and it's pretty easy. Just be real quick, so it's only melting the small hairs that are sticking out. You don't want to melt your plate, you don't want to melt the tape. There's only one thing missing, which are the holes. I usually only cut the holes I really need. I want to be as far apart as I can on my board, so I'm only gonna do these two and these two. So the best way to do this is start from here. Maybe take your finger and just apply some pressure so you can feel the hole and make it visible. I know it's hard to see, but there's the hole. And now the only thing I'm doing is actually I'm taking off, and let's take a new. Let's just take this off real quick. So we start with a sharp blade. And now all I'm doing, and again, this is where you can scratch the carbon real easy. So you want to be really gentle and just push this in here and then move it in a circle and use the carbon as a guide. So put some pressure on this. And you can feel that you're cutting the tape and not the carbon. That's pretty easy. Like, even if you would scratch the carbon a little bit, it wouldn't actually harm the functionality. Look at this. This is pretty clean, pretty neat. And all I'm gonna do is put it on the fire real quick. And now it's perfect. So I just did the other 3 holes, and it was way more easy, not in front of the camera, but on my lap. And I just burned them as well, and you can see this is a perfect covered plate. It's all the areas that are actually touching the board have been covered with the felt tape. It sticks to the interior construction just neatly, so there's no water leaking in here, which would not be a problem as well. And this will protect your board perfectly and leaving no scratches. I know the first question in the comments will be, can you provide a link? And unfortunately I can't. I bought it 1.5 years ago or 2 years ago, and I think it was on eBay. I looked it up on Amazon, but I couldn't find it. But if you look up automotive anti-squeaking felt tape on the internet, you'll find it for sure. Just make sure it's really thin, it's like a felt material, and it's got like one side that's sticky. There's a different material, all black without the white stuff here, which is meant to be wrapped around cable to hold things together, and that's the wrong one. So don't get that one, get this one. If you have any further questions, feel free to use the comments and don't forget to subscribe. I'm still giving away an Exit X-Rail wetsuit care package once I have reached 600 followers on YouTube or 300 followers on Instagram, which is really soon. And there will be a drawing and the winner will be announced shortly. So hopefully see you soon on this channel. Take care. Goodbye.